सुप्रीम कोर्ट के डिसीजन देने के बाद क्या प्रेसिडेंट द्रौपदी मुर्मू के पास ये पावर है कि उसी विषय पे एडवाइजरी ओपिनियन सुप्रीम कोर्ट से ले? The answer is it is very much legitimate for the president to invoke Article 143 and seek advisory opinion even if the Supreme Court has already clarified on that particular matter. But you need to know that in the case of St. Xavier's College, Ahmedabad versus State of Gujarat in the year 1974, the Honorable Supreme Court held that the Supreme Court is not bound to answer the question so sought by the President through the advisory opinion under Article 143. However, you need to also know that in the year 2012, in natural resources allocation case where the Supreme Court was answering to a presidential reference, the Supreme Court held that the Supreme Court should definitely answer the questions given by the President through the advisory opinion, because the President is exercising his constitutional powers under Article 143. So you need to know, till now there has been 16 presidential reference questions so made to the top court, but the Supreme Court chose not to answer just one particular question. Do you know which was that particular presidential question which the Supreme Court chose not to answer? This question was in relation to the Ram Janmabhoomi case of 1993. Yes, in 1993, President Shankar Dayal Sharma had asked the question of fact before the Supreme Court as to whether there was a Hindu temple before the construction of the masjid. क्योंकि इस विषय पे सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कुछ टिप्पणी नहीं की, क्योंकि ये सरासर एक क्वेश्चन ऑफ फैक्ट था, ना कि कोई क्वेश्चन ऑफ लॉ, और सुप्रीम कोर्ट क्वेश्चन ऑफ लॉ को ही एड्रेस करेगा, ना कि क्वेश्चन ऑफ फैक्ट को. एंड यस, अनदर पॉइंट, any advice tendered to the president by the Supreme Court under Article 143, that does not negate the binding judgment passed by the Supreme Court already. This is what you need to know. इसका मतलब ये है कि प्रेसिडेंट द्रौपदी मुर्मू जी ने जो एडवाइजरी ओपिनियन मांगे सुप्रीम कोर्ट से, और हमको पता है कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट का ऑलरेडी जजमेंट है उसके ऊपर, स्टेट ऑफ तमिलनाडु वर्सेस गवर्नर ऑफ तमिलनाडु, ये एडवाइजरी ओपिनियन अगर सुप्रीम कोर्ट कुछ और भी दिए, फिर भी स्टेट ऑफ तमिलनाडु वर्सेस गवर्नर ऑफ तमिलनाडु में जो डिसीजन है वो ही लागू होगा और वो ही पूरी तरह से बाइंडिंग हो जाएगा, ना कि कोई एडवाइजरी ओपिनियन के तहत अगर कुछ और निकला तो भी.